Balsamic mushrooms and onions in the air fryer. Let's make it together. Add this to your meal prep list every single week. Salt, olive oil, a great balsamic, 7 minutes in your air fryer at 400, and voila.
I figured I would share my crazy, weird, healthy food thing. I call it spinach pie. Basically, it's the way I trick myself into eating spinach because I'm a 32-year-old child. It's basically spinach, cottage cheese, little Parmesan cheese, and egg. So high protein, lowish fat, depending on what you use, but I'm gonna show you how to make it. All right, so we microwave the spinach, we squeeze out all the liquid, and we're gonna add a cup of cottage cheese, quarter cup of Parmesan, 2 egg whites, and 1 whole egg. With the bagel seasoning, because that shit goes in everything. And dump it into an oven-safe dish with a little spray on it. I like the long, thin ones because I like to get it really thin because it gets all crispy. Stab it a bit. Get your anger out. Stab, stab, stab. And she goes at 350. After about 45 minutes, take it out. Looks like this. It's very hot, so let it cool and then slice and eat.
Did someone say cheesecake bites? So easy and delicious. First, we need heavy cream. Mix it until super fluffy. Adding vanilla and powdered sugar. I forgot to film it. Sorry. Putting that aside and microwave your cream cheese until it's soft. Then we mix it in the mixture. Ooh, this is about to be delicious. Mix, 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 and should look like this. And now we're moving on to the waffles. Yup, that's gonna be our base layer. How creative. Smash it down, and the spoon wasn't working, so I went to the next step. Once it's super tiny, add some melted butter, and we mix, mix, mix until it should look like this. First layer. Honestly, so proud. Should look like this, and the cream cheese layer. Guys. Stunning. Should look like this, and we wrap it into the freezer and come back for part 2.
This right here is a scrumptious, low-carb chicken Philly melt. I'm going to show you how to make this super simple crust. Start off by combining 2 cups of shredded mozza and 3 ounces of cream cheese. Put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and then give it a stir. Next, you're going to add your dry ingredients to the cheese. 2 cups of almond flour. And then mix that up. And then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder and pink Himalayan salt. If at any point it's not blending together nicely, just pop it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 scrambled egg. Blend it together and your dough should look like this. Let cool for a few minutes and then separate into 4 pieces. I used a piece of parchment paper on top to help shape these so it wouldn't stick. Bake your dough for 10 minutes at 375 and then add really whatever toppings you like.
Today, I'm going to show you how to make twisted bacon pretzels. Get yourself the following ingredients: some sweet and smoky barbecue rub, some thick cut double smoked bacon, and some pancake syrup. Season the bacon with the barbecue rub, put the pancake syrup on it, and spread them together with a spoon. Now take each individual piece of bacon and wrap them like so, and after they are all wrapped, then you're going to take 2 pieces and wrap them together like this. Then you're going to put them on a parchment lined cookie sheet in the shape of a pretzel. Now you're going to put that in a 400-degree oven for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how crispy you want it. And that's the finished product right there.
Oh, what's up, everyone? So here's an easy keto cheese wrap that you can make, and it tastes freaking delicious. So all you need is 1 cheese wrap, then throw in a little bit of ham, throw on some bacon, then you're going to throw in some cheese, and then top that off with a little bit of guac. Throw some of your favorite seasoning. I'm using smoking poppy, and then throw on some spinach, roll that bad boy up, and enjoy.
This is one of my favorite plant-based dinners, not only because it tastes amazing, but also because it's made on 1 sheet pan, so it's so easy. You just roast up some cauliflower and chickpeas with some seasonings, and then while that's roasting, make your sriracha sauce. It's a really easy sauce. I'll list all the ingredients here for you. Once your chickpeas and cauliflower are roasted, you're gonna toss them in this sauce and then pop it back in the oven on a broil just so they get nice and caramelized. And then just serve it up over your favorite grain or cauliflower rice. It is seriously so good. I can't wait for you to try it.
Check out this little grilled chicken hack I got for you. It's a guaranteed winner every time. Marinate that chicken in Italian salad dressing and then grill it and slice it. Then you want to load that in a cast iron skillet. Separate those pieces as much as you can. Hit it with some fresh mozzarella and a sharp cheese. I use Asiago. You could use Parmesan. Low carb marinara in half the skillet and then broil it until the cheese is nice and brown. Everything's hot. Hit it with some parsley or some basil. The cheese pulls are quite epic. You're going to love it. You got perfection.
This was one of the best pasta recipes I've ever made, and believe it or not, those are not scallops, they're actually king oyster mushrooms. This was my first time trying them and I'm blown away by how good they are. They're chewy, they're meaty, they just taste so good. You don't have to do those fancy crisscross shapes, by the way, I'm just being bougie. I'm frying them in olive oil on a medium-high heat until they're golden brown and then season with salt and pepper and set to the side. And now for the sauce, we're just going to use the same pan to saute some shallots and then add a healthy glug of white wine and reduce that by half. I meant reduce it in the pan, not reduce the bottle, you clown. Now we're gonna add in some butter, but only big knobs around here, and then we're gonna add in some thyme, a garlic clove, and a tiny bit of lemon juice. Now add in some pasta water and add in your pasta about 2 minutes before it's finished cooking so we can finish it in the sauce. Now just let that baby emulsify and then you can add in as much cheese as your heart desires. You could also add the mushrooms back into the sauce to heat them up, but I'm just gonna add them as garnish on top. Trust me, you wanna try this one.
Hey guys, it's John. I've got another killer midweek meal for you. My crispy za'atar chicken stuffed with cheese and sun-dried tomatoes. It's ace. Slice open your chicken breasts and just bash them nice and flat, season them up and add plenty of za'atar. It's my favourite Lebanese spice mix. Smush on some sun-dried tomato paste and stuff it with cheese, then roll it up and skewer it so it stays together. Now I add loads more za'atar to my breadcrumbs, give it even more flavour. You know the drill, flour, egg, breadcrumbs, boom. Give them 3 minutes in a pan till they're golden, then into a hot oven, 180 fam for 10 to 15 minutes till they're cooked through. Enjoy.
Okay, I love Panda Express, but this honey walnut shrimp is on a whole nother level. Start with your salt and baking soda marinade for 15 minutes and rinse and pat dry. Butterfly your shrimp to give them more surface area when we fry, then pepper and simply dust with cornstarch so we don't mask the sweetness of that shrimp. Next we're going to caramelize our walnuts and set those aside to cool, while we make our 4-ingredient sauce that's going to bring it all together. Give your shrimp a quick 2-minute fry so not to overcook, and as my friend the Golden Balance would say, get those lost in the sauce. Finally add your candied walnuts and enjoy. These were so good.
Salmon, it's good for you and you're going to want to eat it. Come on. Cast iron pan. If you don't have one, I highly recommend you go out and buy one. They are inexpensive and so useful. 2 pieces, wild-caught salmon. Let's cook them. First I coat the salmon with Dijon mustard. This will act as a binder and give it a nice tang. Then kosher salt, garlic powder, dry parsley, I prefer dry here because it sticks a little better, and fresh ground pepper, always. Flip around, do the other side. Just be generous and make sure the salmon is fully coated. 2 tablespoons grapeseed oil, heat it to medium-high. Then salmon goes in and browns on one side for about a minute. Gently flip your salmon around and brown for 1 more minute, and then into a 400-degree oven for 10 minutes. Perfectly cooked salmon with green beans, that's a wicked healthy 15-minute dinner. Gonna go eat. Bye.
Let's make a Tuscan garlic sheet pan dinner. In a small bowl, add half a cup olive oil, a 1/4 cup balsamic vinegar, a teaspoon each dried basil, parsley, salt, and pepper, a 1/4 cup fresh grated Parmesan, and lots of fresh minced garlic. I'm using 5 cloves. I won't judge you if you use more. Stir that up and set it aside. In a large bowl or zip top bag, add your green beans, grape tomatoes, your chicken, I'm using boneless, skinless tenders, and pour that sauce all over the top. Seal your bowl or bag and give it a good shake. Pour all of it out onto a foil-lined baking sheet and spread it out into an even layer. Pop that into a 425-degree oven for 30 minutes. The rich, garlicky scent that will fill your entire home will have your whole family running to the kitchen. Enjoy!
Hey guys, I want to show you one of the most delicious things that I make. This is creamy spinach chicken melt, and it's so good, guys, and it's great if you're doing low carb or keto. Start off by cooking your baby spinach in 2 cups of water, 1/3 cup olive oil, 10 garlic cloves, and salt. Put a lid on it, let it go. On your boneless, skinless chicken breast, lemon pepper, garlic powder, paprika, and Himalayan pink sea salt both sides. You're going to cook this in a cast iron skillet. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of butter. Let that go. When your spinach is done, you want to drain it, take out the garlic cloves, and add about 1.5 ounces of cream cheese. Mix. Then turn your chicken over on the other side to cook. Put your spinach down, add fresh mozzarella, 375-degree oven for 20 minutes. It's amazing. Guys, please like this video and follow me for more recipes like this.
Okay, this is seriously one of the best hacks I've learned from TikTok. I saw a couple videos making this twisted bacon, and it looked so good. They said it was a perfect combination of crispy and chewy. I have over 2 pounds of bacon here going on a lined baking sheet with parchment paper. Make sure you trim the edges, unlike me. And then I put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, flipped it over, put it in for another 20 minutes. It turned out perfect. If you guys try this, be sure to tag me and let me know what you think.
Here is my version of a low-carb chicken Alfredo. I just started with some chicken breast, cube it up, salt, pepper, little oil, and cook it through. Meanwhile, take your head of cabbage and slice it just like this. We want long, stringy strips, just like so. When this chicken is cooked all the way through, take it out of the pot, set it aside, add a little more oil, and throw in all that beautiful cabbage. Add a tiny bit of water to help it wilt down. And when that cabbage gets nice and tender and wilted, add your chicken back to the pot with some of that homemade Alfredo we made this morning. And that's literally it, you guys. This is my version of a beautiful Italian classic, and I do hope you enjoy it. I ate the entire bowl this morning. Let me know what you think if you try. Like and follow for more low-carb recipes.
Let's make another mac and cheese hack, but this time, let's make it with sriracha chicken and Velveeta. Add 3/4 of a large block of Velveeta to the center of a baking dish. Then add 1 pound of small pasta, not the kind that I used, to the outside of the baking dish, along with 6 cups of whole milk, a healthy pinch of salt, a dozen cloves of minced garlic, and 1/4 cup of sriracha. Top with some fresh cracked pepper, then pop in the oven at 350 degrees for 55 minutes. When it comes out, you know the drill. Mix it all up till that cheese and milk becomes one. Once your mac and cheese is mixed, you can go ahead and add a big handful of shredded rotisserie chicken. Another great hack so you don't even have to cook your own chicken. Give that a good stir to combine. Then you're going to add some nice thick shavings of Parmigiano Reggiano all over the top. This is so good, guys. It's actually a recreation of one of my favorite hometown dishes. So saucy, so cheesy, and so delicious. Well, what should I do with this hack next?